Hi, I'm Mel.
And I'm Janelle.
And this is the Murder Mamas.
Hello.
Welcome.
2 weeks in a row.
Woo!
We are back.
Yay!
Boo, boo, boo.
So today we're going to be talking about Amy Bradley is Missing. This is a new one on Netflix. It's been all over my Netflix.
All over.
Like number 1, number 2 in the, by day or whatever. And I see it all over my Facebook feed. So
Everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's a crazy story, and I'm not quite sure what I believe happened.
Okay.
So
I feel similarly.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of really strong opinions and feelings.
Yeah.
So let's
get to it.
I'm dying to talk about these strong opinions. You know me.
Yes. So we open up to people, her friends and family, asking where and what happened to Amy. And it's their, their perspective of what happened.
Yeah.
And one of them said that she may have been put in the suitcase and taken off the ship in that way from a crew member or someone on the ship. I don't know. It could be suicide, but a lot of her friends were like, I don't think she's suicidal because she just got a new apartment and she just got a new dog. But I have things on that. And then the third one was taken as a sex slave somewhere. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt very, in the beginning, in the beginning, when I was watching, I was like, I find it so interesting. I want to use the word strange, but I don't think it's strange. It's just interesting to me how the notion that maybe she fell was never sort of a real possibility.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like people fall.
I think they can, but I also think the railings are high enough that it's not possible just to fall.
And I know that they mentioned that, one later on, they mentioned, how tall the guy was and how high it went up on his chest.
Yeah.
But they also stated that they had, the little table was moved.
Right.
So I'm like, what if she was, I think someone says this. I'm jumping ahead.
No,
but someone says this, what if she was, because she had been drinking.
Yeah.
So what if she was, leaning over to be sick.
Right.
And, lost her balance.
Yeah, I could see that.
And it was, that to me just never seemed like it was a real possibility.
Yeah.
And I don't know that that's what happened. I don't know that that's what I think happened.
Yeah.
But, there should have, in my opinion, I think there should have been more, focus on that. And I just didn't feel maybe they, glossed over it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember them mentioning, they had searching, but maybe they said that.
They did search, but in the beginning, the captain said, I don't want to announce this because it's too early in the morning that someone's missing. And I'm thinking, if someone's missing, do the announcement.
I gotta say 3 things.
Yeah.
Well, at least one thing.
What?
Went from 3 to 1 real quick. That fucking captain.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking cruise director.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, it's 2 things.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They were pretty bad.
I know that she was not a minor, and I think there would have been a stronger reaction had she not been over 18.
Yeah.
But,
it's a full person.
She's a human. She's still someone's daughter just because she's in her 20s.
Yeah.
Doesn't make her less of a daughter.
Right.
You don't want to disrupt people having fun?
Yeah. That was pretty bad.
And I have to think, would you... What else would you not notify?
Yeah.
Because you don't want people to be mildly inconvenienced.
Right.
Mind you, I just watched another cruise documentary, and I'm the world's #1 cruise hater. Fuck cruises. Not for me. If they're for you, great. Enjoy your norovirus on a floating ship. Have fun. But that's not for me. And they made people shit in bags.
Yeah.
Poop cruise.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Poop Cruise,
I haven't seen it.
You should watch Poop Cruise.
No.
They told people to shit in bags.
Wow.
So, they're not above inconveniencing people.
That's true.
Like,
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
continue. Sorry, I just have so many thoughts.
So we meet some of the family members. Iva is Amy's mom. Ron is Amy's father. And Erin is one of her friends. She's taking care of the house. Brother. No, I'm not down there yet. Sorry. And then Brad is her brother. And you know, they were all saying that she was just excited and enjoying life because she had just moved into a new apartment, got a new dog, and then was excited about this cruise ship coming up. It was her brother, her, and then her parents went together, and they all shared a room, which I was like, that's really tight. Those rooms are small.
So teeny tiny.
And they weren't kids. They were like 21, 22, something like that.
Yeah, like both of them were in their 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so teeny tiny. But I think the parents mentioned that they had like got the cruise for free from like they had won something at work.
Yeah.
And they got it for free, but there was only one room. So they were like, yeah, I gotta pack on in here like little sardines.
Yep. Yeah. So day 3 comes around and they're in Aruba and that's their formal night for dinner. And they were saying Amy, I mean, she was young, she was pretty. The wait staff seemed very into Amy.
So I don't think you're describing Amy in the way they described Amy. And they described Amy as having such like a magnetic presence and like personality. And not even in a like, her smile lights up a room kind of way. But like people just would gravitate towards her.
Yeah.
Like she just was magnetic.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would assume so, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know if you've ever met someone like that, where it's just like they have like
everybody
this, like,
likes you.
like this like pull,
Yeah.
where you can just tell like they radiate something special.
Yeah.
So that's how Amy's described.
Yes. So her parents go to bed after the pool party. After they went to the formal and then they went to a pool party.
Honestly, that sounds exhausting.
I know. That too. I was like,
okay, one, you were already just exploring Aruba all day because you have to wake up at 8 to get off the ship with thousands of people. Mm-hmm. Then you have to be back by 5, which is another one of the things I hate about cruises. Just slowly slandering cruises all throughout this. And then you're going to go to dinner.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go to a party out. Like, I'm tired. Yeah. I want to go to bed.
How do they know that everyone's back on the ship?
They don't fucking care. Did you know they don't care?
They don't?
They do not give a single shit.
I was wondering.
I mean, like maybe they do, but sometimes every once in a while I'll get like a reel where it's people running back to the ship because it's going to disembark. They just like...
So they don't like...
Nah, they just pull those doors up and the ship leaves and you are stuck in a foreign country.
Without your passport, probably. Passport's in your room, I would assume.
No, you probably take it with you if you're... Yeah, because I think they like... Do they stamp that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, because the plane, you know, they know how many people are on the plane, who's on the plane. Like, all, but it was
I mean, they'll probably know at the end when you have to wait on the boat as they finalize bills for people. That's the one thing I remember about cruises. Oh my God. I hate cruises.
All right, so her parents go to bed after the pool party, and Brad and Amy stay back and party a little bit more. And
they
then
go up to the disco.
They go up to another fucking party. Like, what the hell? I guess they're in their 20s. Like, we would do the same in our 20s, or I would have. For sure. I would have been really drunk and passed out by then, I think. But Brad leaves and says, hey, I'm going, you know.
Yeah, like he doesn't actually talk to her because he's leaving from like the bottom and Amy is up at the like DJ booth area. But he like makes eye contact and like verbal
signals I'm leaving.
Non-verbally is like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then he says he goes outside for a little bit and he like hangs out outside.
Yeah. And then goes to bed.
And then he goes back to the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
then Amy stays out for a little bit. And then I'm assuming she comes back in the room. Did they use her key card to make sure she actually did?
Yes.
Was that said? Okay.
Yes.
Because she goes out on the balcony, presumably to have a smoke or whatever. And the dad wakes up at 5:30.
Well, Brad was outside with her.
Oh, yeah. Brad was outside
For a
That's
little bit.
right.
And that was
Yeah.
like at 3 something in the morning. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus
I
Christ.
know.
I am tired.
Yeah. But he goes to bed. The dad wakes up about 5:30 and sees her legs out there. Like, doesn't actually see her full body, but just sees her legs. That's why I was questioning, did they get that key card in there? Because I'm like, maybe he saw his Brad's legs. I don't know.
Brad was in the bed.
But yeah. So then he wakes up at 6 a.m. again. He says he hears like some sort of noise that kind of wakes him up out of his sleep, but not like wake up all the way kind of thing. So he glances at the door of the balcony and it's slightly open and Amy's gone.
Yeah, her legs are not there anymore.
Her legs are not there anymore. Her shoes are still there.
And her shirt is in the cabin.
Yeah.
And her cigarettes are gone.
And her cigarettes are gone. So, yeah, that's really weird. So she's missing 60 minutes when the ship is starting to dock at their next place. And the
Which
parents...
was Curacao, right?
So, yeah, I didn't write it down because I can't... I couldn't say it. I was like, I don't know what that word is. Her parents go to the staff and say, can you please make an announcement? I don't know where my daughter is. Can we do something? You know, she's missing. And they're not...
I mean, we kind of already touched on that.
Yeah.
They
like,
kind of are like,
whatever.
no, like, keep looking. Just, like, keep looking for her. She's an adult. Like,
Right.
keep looking.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, can you, like, not let people off the ship until we, like, find her?
Right.
And they're like, no.
No, that's not
All
gonna
these
happen.
thousands of people paid for a vacation.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's fine. Just go look this other spot. Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah. So after a while, actually, there was an announcement that was made around 9 a.m. This is at 3 hours missing.
I had a question.
Yeah.
I'm like, if they were pulling into the dock, couldn't they have just had security, someone stand at like the... But yeah, so what I was saying, because it stopped recording.
Yes.
Like, couldn't they just have security or some people, staff of some sort, like even just hold a picture of her? Like, I don't know. Like, couldn't they just have them stand there? There is one exit that everyone is filtering through to get off this boat and just pull her.
Yeah.
And like, hey, we're looking for you. Like, your family's been looking for you.
Yeah.
And one, it would have appeased them.
Right.
They would have felt like you did something. It's not inconveniencing anyone else.
No, it's not.
It seems like the most logical, easiest, like that should be protocol.
Yeah.
And I really
maybe it is more now because this was in 98. So maybe I don't know.
I have no idea.
Because, like, you know, security cameras in the 90s were all, like, sketchy looking. You couldn't, like, see anything. Not sketchy looking, but, you know, like...
grainy.
Grainy. That's what I'm looking for.
It's like a sonogram.
Sketchy. Sketchy cameras.
Yeah. So I just, like, that I don't get. Why would they just not do that? Also, do you have it somewhere else? Or, I mean, I might be ruining this by mentioning it. But did you... I can't remember when it gets mentioned, but that their photos from like the formal night were gone.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it's later. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I put it down, but I do remember that.
Okay.
So at 9 a.m., 3 hours missing, they do a search of the ship. And I was kind of wondering, like, how did they do a search of the ship? It's fucking huge, you know?
Well, and also, like, ships have so many little nooks and crannies and compartments.
But they do look through they said they had 800 to 900 staff looking through every single point of the ship, which is what my friends, my parents' friends had that happen, a missing person, and they do a very good sweep. They look everywhere.
But, like, if you can do that, again, why can't you just have 2 people stand down there?
Right.
Or 3, or 5,
or
fucking 10.
Yeah.
I don't know what your resources are.
900 staff.
Yeah.
So
have several.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just stand there and watch everyone coming off the ship.
Yeah. So the staff concluded that she went overboard or she jumped, but she was not on the ship. So they were like, she's not here.
Okay.
And then they said they were close enough to the beach area so that if she had jumped or she had fallen, her body would have washed up on the shore. It would have been the waves that were going that way were the direction of her body being pulled into shore. They're 100% sure that would have happened. So she didn't jump or she didn't fall. And if she did fall, she was close enough to swim to shore.
From when she went missing, that's how close to shore they were.
No, I think they had boarded again, because they were parked there. And then she would have been able to swim, or her body would have washed up on shore based on the waves that the waves were moving.
Okay.
Yeah. So that kind of takes, maybe she didn't fall, maybe she didn't jump off the table. I don't know.
I mean, how can you say that with 100% certainty, though?
I don't know, but, they know the wave conditions. And they even said, even if she was dismembered or something by a shark, an arm or a leg would have...
Yeah, that's not what the Coast Guard or the Curacao Coast Guard was saying.
An arm or a leg would have showed. Something would have gone on to shore.
Yeah.
So word gets out to America and gets put on the news, and her friends are, finding out that... she's missing.
So
and
sad.
Yeah. She's got a couple friends, Stephanie, Julia, and Sarah, and they all talk about her and what it feels like to have heard that. Yeah. And then we go to March 25th, and it's one day missing, and they are in St. Thomas. And the FBI from St. Thomas agency gets involved.
Which is
That's American, right? Because St. Thomas is a part of America, right? I think you can fly there without a passport. I don't know. So I was just wondering, because are there FBIs in other countries? I think the FBI is.
Is St. Thomas a part of America? Yes.
Yeah.
It is one of the main islands that make up the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yes. Yeah. So I was like, the FBI, huh? They have FBIs in other countries, but it's the American.
That's usually the CIA.
Yeah, the American FBI. So they start to get involved, and then March 26th comes around, 2 days missing.
Well, can we talk a little bit more about the FBI getting involved?
Sure.
So they board the boat, and they
And I have the captain says he gave all the information that he was given to the FBI.
Okay. So they board the boat and they're looking at the room, but the room's been cleaned.
Yes.
So
that's weird.
Any evidence in there is gone. Well, I don't think it's weird necessarily because again, you're probably not thinking someone went missing. The staff has concluded she fell.
Right, but they knew that this person was missing, so they should have marked off her room.
Yeah, but I agree.
I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah.
Also, did the family stay there? I was wondering. Or did they get put in a different cabin?
They probably got put in a different cabin because I think
they fly home early. Yeah. Yeah. They all got questioned separately too.
Yeah. Which is fair. I mean, I don't know.
Interesting.
Why not?
Yeah. So the FBI takes a full assessment of the room and they look at everything that they can see. And what they notice on the balcony is that there's a little stool, table type deal that's been moved up against the railing.
Yeah. And her shoes.
Her shoes are right next to it.
Right next to it. Yeah.
Which kind of makes you think
did she jump?
Did she stand on that stool and like I said earlier, get sick and fall over, lose her balance, something.
Yeah.
Or did she just take her sandals off by that stool and lay down? Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Who knows?
But they also one of the FBI agents says that he she was not super tall.
Right.
And the railing is very high.
It is very high.
So
he was saying he's tall and it went up to his chest. So yeah. It'd be hard to just fall off. You'd have to try, I think, to do that. And so they found no evidence that the family had been involved.
Of course.
Yeah. And they said, so each time you use your key card, it records you going in, but it doesn't record you going out. Mm-hmm. So the key card had been recorded at 3:40 a.m. when she had entered the room. And cameras were in the common areas, but not many cameras, is what they said. So I'm assuming like 98 versus 2025, there's probably cameras everywhere now but there weren't cameras everywhere. Like she could go down a hallway and not be seen by a camera, like a full-on hallway. Wow. So, yeah. And then we meet Wayne, which is the passenger next door.
Oh, yeah, he's the weird dude, right?
He is a little weird.
Sorry, that was...
No, yeah. He was thinking it was foul play.
Wasn't he, like, talking to her through the door, through, like, the partition?
Yes. Like, he saw her, you know, like, there's a little wall so you can't see, but you can lean over and probably talk to your neighbor. And, yeah, I don't. So he thought it was weird, and they talked a little bit, and after she went missing, I guess he had the TV up really loud.
That's what the other people around had, like, in the middle of the early morning hours.
Like, when she got home.
Yeah, like, his TV was, like, inexplicably loud. Blaring for some reason.
And they could hear him talking to someone, but he was alone.
Yeah, he was cruising
alone. So.
But also he was seen earlier that night, like, in the disco, looking at people.
Yeah.
Not dancing. Yeah. Just.
Which people watch all the time. Like, I don't know if that's nefarious.
It is.
Okay.
You're a bad person.
I'm a bad person. I love people watching.
I do too.
When I went to Finland, we stayed in Auntie's dad's apartment.
Miss, I go on international vacations.
And he had a balcony, and there were tons of people walking by, and they were having a wine festival. So, like, right across the street from his apartment. So we were, like, watching all these drunk people, you know.
Were you, like, calling out to them?
No, but we were like, okay, let's see who gets arrested or something. They were all fine. Like, it was so boring. But we were totally people watching. Like, there was one person that was trying to back into a parking space, and it took
almost got it.
It took about 20 minutes to do, and so we were talking about her for a little bit.
That is hilarious.
But, like, people watching, it's fun. Like, you get onto one person, you're just like, come on, you can do it. But she did it. She finally did it.
Proud of her.
Yeah, I was like, yay.
Did you clap for her?
Yes, we did.
You should have, like, as she got out of the car, you did it!
You did it!
Never give up! Perseverance is key!
Yes.
Anyways, so he's up at the club, and then he comes back, and then his TV's loud, and then they're kind of like, yeah, we didn't really think he did anything.
Yeah.
He's just, like, quirky.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
which,
okay.
I don't know.
People are allowed to be quirky.
People are allowed to be quirky. So then we're starting to hear about the people at the disco or wherever she was dancing. And we hear about a guy named Yellow who is a bass player. Mm-hmm. And he was like kind of into her. So he did take a polygraph test.
He took several, I think. But they kind of just sort of like hone in on him.
Yeah, they do for a while.
Because there's like that videographer guy.
Yes.
Who was like videoing something. Yeah. And FBI or the ship or someone was like, we want your unedited footage. And he was like, no, I ain't giving you none of that shit. But here's this clip of like her dancing. Yeah. Because once they realized who was missing, he was like, oh, I recognize that girl. I saw her dancing. Because again, she has a very magnetic personality. Yeah. And so he has footage of her dancing at the disco with the bass player, Yellow. Yeah. Who is a bass player in the band on this boat.
On the boat, yeah.
Who the fuck wants to work on a cruise ship?
You're really giving cruise ships a bad name.
I hate them. If you ever find, like, if anyone is ever able to convince me to go on a cruise, they need to know how much I genuinely love them, because
we're rolling.
Cut. No, it's fine. Anyways, as I was saying,
Yeah.
It would take a lot to get me on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
I would have to really, really love someone. I hate them, and I won't do them.
I've never been on one, so I don't know. But it does, you make a valid response when it's like you have the norovirus and then everybody on the ship has it and you have to poop in a bag and like that's not cool. I don't want that.
No, and do you remember when COVID happened and all those cruise ships that happened when COVID happened just turned into floating COVID ships?
Yeah. I can't imagine.
Absolutely fucking not.
And the rooms are so small.
Oh my God.
Like, there's no way.
There's no way. I would. No.
Yeah.
No way. No way. No way.
Nope. Okay, so March 27th comes around, which is 5 days missing, and the family flew out to go back home.
To Virginia.
And then we see a passenger that says he recognizes her and he thinks that she's alive.
We also sort of glossed over, like, do you remember the parts where they were talking about, like, the rumors that were spreading around the ship where she was, like, telling people, like, I'm a strong swimmer and when we get close enough, I'm going to jump off and swim.
Right.
And, like, all these rumors.
Which doesn't seem logical. I don't know. I didn't believe that.
Yeah, it just was weird.
Random.
Yeah.
And then we get to August 1998 where she's 6 months missing and we meet David, who is an eyewitness. He sees 3 people walking towards him.
On the beach.
So
he was in that area doing like a scuba dive trip.
Yeah.
And he sees 2 men and a woman who he says was Amy.
Sure.
Because he recognized the Tasmanian devil tattoo on her.
Mm-hmm.
Which
is probably like not everyone has that, I could say. You know, it's not like a flower or something.
Tattoo.
Yeah.
So, but what he really says about this interaction that caught his eye was, one, that the woman had a southern United States accent.
Yeah.
Like
from Virginia.
And 2, one of the men she was with was yellow. Mm-hmm. He recognized him as, when he saw a photo of Yellow, he recognized him as Yellow. And 2 was that the men stared at him so intently and like without words, did not speak, did not say anything, just stared in such an unnatural way that it's the only reason.
So it's the only way that he remembered seeing her because of that intense stare, or else he probably wouldn't have said anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in April of 1998, Brad and her dad go back to the island to do like a press conference and to search for her.
Yeah.
Iva stays home because they've created like a command center out of their house.
Yes.
To try and find her.
Yeah. Which is awesome. Yeah.
And there's a taxi driver that is working who says, like, I saw her. She came up to my taxi and said she needed to make a phone call.
Yeah.
And did she say her name was Amy?
I don't know if she said her name was Amy or not.
But he also says, like, she had brown hair and she had this southern United States accent.
Yeah.
And then she just, like, walked away.
Yeah.
Which, I'm like, how often do people need help and people just, like, don't say anything?
Yeah. Or don't even, like, pick up on their cue.
Yeah.
You know? Like, sometimes that could be it, too.
Yeah.
December 98, 9 months missing.
Oh, can we talk a little bit more about this, actually? Sorry. So they follow all of these leads and, like, go all of these places. They're, like, searching these small villages on Curacao, like, everywhere.
Yeah.
And she's nowhere. No. Like, they find nothing. And they also have to bring, like, the military with them.
Right.
Because they're like, no, you guys can't do that.
No.
Like,
yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
So in December 98, she's 9 months missing, and a witness saw Amy on the beach with a man, Alistair, who was the band leader, and he happened to be on America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, I think they had like pushed to have Amy's story on there.
Right.
And they had Alistair on there.
Yeah. So that's a little frightening. So, yeah.
So then it sort of goes back to like her friends and things. And we learned that Amy had come out as a lesbian to her family in college. Mm-hmm. And it had some girlfriends and things.
Yeah.
Which I believe they brought up because they felt as though like she wouldn't have gotten into an unsafe situation with a man like for romantic reasons.
Right.
Yeah. I believe that's why
I think
they brought it up.
Yeah, I think that's why too. And then we meet Bill, who's an eyewitness in January 99, 10 months missing. He goes to a bar.
You want to learn about Bill?
Yeah, learn about Bill. Let's learn about Bill.
So Bill has been in the Navy for 18 years.
Yeah.
2 years away from retiring.
Uh-huh.
And they're stopping for one night in Curacao, Grenada, somewhere.
One of them.
And he gets off the ship with no one.
Which is weird. Military people go together, I think.
Always.
To bars.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. And so I'm like, you don't have a single friend on that boat, Bill? Or are you doing something you know you shouldn't be doing?
Right.
And that's why.
Yeah.
Because he's like going to this bar super away from like the port. Mm-hmm. He's
not like in the village. Like, you know, like not in the party village.
Like he's like
in the middle.
Rural.
Yeah.
Goes to this bar and basically there's like sits down at a table with two prostitutes, and there's like a man staring in the corner. So I'm like, Bill, were you trying to get your dick wet?
Yeah,
like,
probably.
Is that what you were trying to do?
Yes. I think so.
But he says that one of the women is Amy.
Yeah.
And he also says that like the second woman got up to get drinks, and the one that he says is Amy starts saying like,
yeah, I need help.
I need help.
And she did say, my name is Amy.
My name is Amy.
Yeah.
They're like, I have a drug debt to these guys. I need $200. Yeah. Like, can you
keeping me?
Like, they're keeping me. I don't want to be here. Please help me.
Right.
And he goes, nah, see you later. Yeah. What he says was, I've been all over the world and I've heard every story you could imagine from all kinds of different prostitutes.
Which is, I get that too. I could see that happening.
Okay, but like
if you know, if he said, I only need $200, let's go out in the back over here and you can do it, like do this exchange, and then he gets his ass kicked from, I could see why he wasn't totally on board with that.
Yeah. So, basically what Bill says is, like, I saw her, but then I didn't do anything. Right. I just left.
Yeah.
And then he says, I didn't say anything at the time because I'm 2 years away from retirement. Right. And if I got in trouble for going to a bar I shouldn't have been at, doing things I shouldn't have been doing, then I would get less retirement.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, Bill.
Yeah. Okay, Bill.
Well, at least you came forward at something.
Yeah. Exactly.
And also, did he know about her case at the time?
No.
Who knows?
Not. Yeah. And they talked to her mom about that, and she's like, Amy didn't do drugs. She wasn't a drug user. I don't know if she was or wasn't, but her parents were adamant that she didn't do it.
I would probably say my parents would have said I didn't do drugs when I did drugs, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably. My mom asked me several times if I was on drugs.
I
know he said no, but
I'm just saying, I think that...
Yeah. Parents have that. Yeah.
Well, and kids are deceitful about things that they know they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
Regardless of your age,
Yeah. So, in 2005... the family receives photos from a site where
I don't know what this word spells.
I don't know either.
Hamu?
I don't know what that is. Just skip over that.
Well, no. Okay. I think it's important.
Okay.
So in
May
of 2021, she's been missing
2001.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm in years that are relevant to me.
Right.
That was so mean. I'm just kidding. She's missing for 3 years.
That passed me.
She's been missing for 3 years at this point, and the family is still getting a lot of like emails and leads and tips and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
All of them are turning out to be dead ends, but they're like every day.
Yeah.
They're so committed to finding her. They're not saying if, they're like still to this day, they're talking about when we find her.
Yeah. Because they believe she's still alive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we skip forward to
2005, and when the family receives photos from a site where people meet up
via email.
They
receive pictures of a woman who looks a lot like Amy, and it's like a prostitution website,
right? And they had done, the FBI did measurements of like her face and her chin and
kinds
her
of things.
all
her
her forearms,
and stuff.
yeah, like they did all of these things, and they concluded that it was her. They did age progression because this is obviously 2000, 5 was what I said last time. So it's been a while, and she's got a lot of makeup on, which we don't see her with makeup in the beginning. So it's just different for me because I was like, I don't know, like they don't look the same, but it did look the same.
I mean, they're measuring things like not the dimples of her cheeks, but like, when you smile, you have like, they're measuring the size of like the apples of her cheeks, like
insane
things that don't change.
Right. Over time. Yeah.
Like things that the ratios will still be the ratios, even if you gain weight, lose weight, like, you'll still have the same distance between your nose bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they conclude that it is her. And then we meet Judy, who is another eyewitness, and she said she saw her in Barbados. She went to
you're skipping
what?
things.
What am I skipping?
You're skipping how Judy finds out.
Okay.
So the family is, again, like, they're so persistent in their desire to like get her story out there over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So this is like years and years later. This is like 2000.
The next time we talk is 2017.
I was going to say this is like 2011 or something like that. I think it's, or 2008. It's like the 20-year anniversary, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And the family goes on Dr. Phil.
Yes.
And Judy is watching Dr. Phil after work.
Yeah.
And she sees the pictures that the FBI had like analyzed. And she says, I saw this woman in a bathroom in Barbados.
Yeah.
And so then Judy gets to tell us her story.
And she hears people talking. She says, quote, "The deal is at 11 and you better not be late." And so like that's pretty much what she heard.
Yeah, so Judy's at like a tourist destination and she stops to use the restroom.
Yeah.
And then she's in there and then some men enter.
Right.
And she's like, oh shit.
Yeah. She's like a little scared.
What do I do?
Yeah.
So then she said she gets out of the stall and goes to wash her hands like once the men leave after she hears them say that.
Yeah.
And there's a woman at the sink.
Yeah.
Who's like silent, basically.
Yeah.
And so she's like trying to talk to the woman and be like, hey, are you okay? Like, do you need anything?
Yeah.
And I think she's like, something about, can we see the children tonight?
Yeah. Something about the children.
Didn't mention like what children or what relationship they had.
Yeah.
But she talks to her a little bit. And does she say her name is Amy?
She might.
And then basically like she says something, Judy says something, and then the woman washing her hands, who she says is Amy, like approaches her and sort of corners her.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, gotta go.
Yeah.
And goes to open the door, and the man who was in the bathroom is standing at the door.
Yeah.
And Judy's like,
Okay.
I just played dumb tourist.
Right.
And was like, squeezing through.
Yeah.
And like ran out of there basically. And went to her husband. And then she said she got back to her husband and was like, that took you a long time.
Yeah.
And he tells her, and she's like, she tells him, and he's like, all right, let's go back to the ship and get lunch.
Right. Yeah.
And she said she thought about it a lot, though.
Yeah,
like,
she did.
Thought about it constantly.
Yeah, she did.
And so
then we hear a phone call from the daughter of Yellow, who was the guy in the band on the ship. And she wants to talk about Amy. She says she has information on her.
But it didn't feel like she actually had any information.
No. Basically, it was like the mom said that he came back from the ship and everything had changed. And he had come home with a bag full of pictures of women. So, like, I don't...
Even her storyline didn't make
No,
sense
it
because
didn't.
she was like, my parents were always together and my dad was such a big part of my life. But then she was like, my parents aren't together from
Right.
when I was like a year old.
Yeah.
I was like...
It was a really weird phone call.
It just felt like her interview felt very strange to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why someone would like come on and do that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't genuine. So I think maybe she does feel like her dad was responsible.
Maybe. Yeah.
And
She could have very much felt like that.
and she wants to help them get some closure, which
Yeah.
I think is very noble and kind.
Yeah.
But like, it just felt very.
Yeah.
It gave me a weird vibe.
It was a weird vibe. And then we come to 2018, where we're 20 years into this, and an true crime investigator named Anthony puts up amybradleyismissing.com website, and he can find out where all the IP addresses of people logging on to this website are from. No, I said that.
Oh.
Yeah. So the family started uploading pictures of her during Christmas, of her dog, of her apartment, of her friends, all these things. And he can see how long someone has been looking at each photograph.
Yeah. But then it's like the FBI are like, oh, actually we can't look at those. We can't investigate any further because like it's a different country.
Yeah.
Like there has to be a way to do that.
Right.
I'm not an expert, but I'm sure there is someone who is.
Yeah.
Who could figure that out.
Right.
One thing we haven't talked about yet, as far as the Yellow and like timelines and stuff,
Yeah.
is the two young girls who were up on the deck after 3:40 a.m. So they said that they had saw Amy dancing with Yellow, and they went back to their room, and then they went back up to the deck because they couldn't sleep. And this was around 5 something in the morning.
Yeah.
And they saw Amy with Yellow going up to in the elevator, going up to the deck for like the disco, which was closed at this
Right.
point because
Yeah.
it's like 5 in the morning.
Right. Go to
And
bed.
then they see Yellow come down by himself and just like walk past them.
Yeah.
And it's two girls who have the exact same story. But then the FBI is never able to get that timeline down.
Right.
Because the girls they left their key card in the room.
Yeah.
So when they got back to the room, they knocked on the door and one of the girls' moms let them in.
Yeah.
So that was another thing that like caused them to think that maybe Yellow had a lot to do with it.
Right.
Was like he was never able to like answer for that, but they were
Right.
also never able to get concrete information from that.
Right. And the guy had what's his name, who created Anthony, who created the website, he had kind of said like, some of these pictures she was staring, or he thinks that maybe Amy was staring at these pictures from her birthday or Thanksgiving to see how her family's doing and how they've progressed and what they're doing in their lives. Like that's his theory. And then we just get to, it's been 9,758 days that she's been missing. And the FBI interviews Yellow again and another friend, and they have no suspicion with the polygraph.
Yeah.
He passes. So,
And that's it.
what happened?
Where's Amy?
Where is Amy?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But the cruise director was a huge dick.
Yeah, the cruise director and the captain weren't very helpful.
I think he even says at one point, like, this is the story of a family who's not willing to accept the truth.
Right.
Or something along that vein. I'm like, wow, you're kind of an asshole.
You are kind of an asshole, yeah.
But, like, scary.
Yeah.
This is a perplexing one.
Especially because she was with her, like, whole family.
Yeah.
You know, you think they're like, you're safer with your whole family versus you go by yourself or you go with like a girlfriend and you're both really young type of thing. So, it's really scary.
It is very scary. Yeah. I mean, part of me is like, she has to be there somewhere.
Right.
Out there somewhere. Like, the FBI saw a picture. Like, they determined that it's her in the pictures.
Yeah.
And it does look a lot fucking like her.
But, like, if it was a sex traffic thing, she was younger then, she's probably dead because she's too old for that now, is what was my thinking. Like, why she hasn't contacted her family, like, because she's no longer of use because they want younger people.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that mean, but, like... I don't know.
The face you just made.
Well, I mean, I think it's true. They're always looking for young, you know, they don't kidnap people in their 50s to do.
You're almost safe.
I'm almost there. So that's just my one other thing is she may actually be dead now because they had no more use for her.
I mean, or maybe she's like started a life.
Yeah.
There.
Maybe she did.
Like, did she have kids?
Yeah.
It's been a long time, almost 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, like, did she have kids out there? Did she meet someone?
Yeah.
You know, not that she would never contact her family, but then also the question, if it is her who's looking at this site all the time, why doesn't she send an email?
Yeah, something.
Like, you can set up a Google phone number.
Right.
Like, there's ways that she could contact them, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just very perplexing.
It is.
It was a good one, though.
It was a good one. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
I actually didn't know anything about this prior.
I didn't either.
I went in blind.
Yeah, me too.
It was
they gave a lot of information.
a lot. This is like a very Cliff Note.
It's a 3-parter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And just really solidified that I will never go on a cruise.
I'm thinking the same thing now.
Never, never.
Never, never. All right.
Bye.